Hey guys, this is Ashen here, and today we're going to be talking about energy and productivity and the very secrets behind this important topic. I'm going to start off by giving you the scientific background and also the intuitive side, both feminine and masculine, to these topics. And it is something that I myself in my life have definitely been researching and struggling with and trying to perfect. So I am by no means saying that this is something that I have mastered 100%, but it's something that I'm in the mastering of and I'm in the understanding of, and I think that you would really benefit from my perspective and some of the things that I have learned. So the masculine side of things. Andrew Huberman talks about dopamine, and this topic is incredibly beneficial for me because the deeper I started going down that rabbit hole, I realized we are all dopamine addicts. Every time you pick up a phone, you're getting a dopamine high. Every time you eat something, you're getting a dopamine high. Every time you hit a like button on social media or post something on social media, you're getting a dopamine high. And the thing about dopamine is that we can get a high from dopamine and become addicted to it just like any other drug. But there are rewards for dopamine that are a high value reward in your life or a low value reward in your life. So for instance, a like on social media is a low value reward. It doesn't really do anything for you, yet we could still become addicted to it. Social media doom scrolling is a dopamine high that is a very, very low value, low give back, low quality dopamine high, but yet so many of us are addicted to it. And we're searching on social media in reality for the posts, the rare posts or the rare things that are gonna give us that feeling that we're looking for and that are gonna keep us entertained and passively connected to a dopamine level. A high value reward is something that is actually going to change your life, that is going to create a deeper quality of life. For instance, if I created a really powerful friendship with someone, that is a high value reward. If I created a really healthy romantic relationship and put effort into that, that is a high value reward. If I create growth in my business, that is a high value reward. If I create a new habit in my diet, that is a high value reward that has long-term give back. So we need to understand that dopamine highs are everywhere, that dopamine is literally behind almost everything that we're doing or not doing. And we're going to talk more about this. Now, the feminine side to this is that you can look at our physical vessels that has a stream of sunshine or soul coming into it and embodying within it. And you can look at that as an energy container or your own personal ocean. Now, we have a certain amount of energy, even though we're connected to source, and even though we should theoretically have as much energy as we need because of that, we have different energy blockages depending on who we are as a physical being. Now, you can look at your ocean of energy like this, or your container of ocean energy like this. Everything you come in contact with physically or non-physically, etherically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, is going to either drain you and deplete you and block your energy movement, block your direction forward, deplete your resources, or it's going to connect you to more resources and it's going to fill you up. For instance, our environment, if there's clutter in our environment or bad feng shui, or if we're in a general location that makes us feel unsafe, or is just having a lot of different things that are affecting us, like for people that are more sensitive, even like electricity and high energy and technology and lights and sensory overload things can really deplete your energy. If you're around someone that's giving you a bad vibe, etc. What you eat and the energy that was poured into what you eat, the process it took to create that food, the process of the making of that food, and who poured energy into it along the way and where it originally came from makes a big deal in our physical energy. And whether we are healthy, and I'm not just talking about the physical basic things of health, I'm also talking about what we're putting into our body to run its energy sources. For instance, there's different supplements out there, and there's different things that work with the brain and the cognitive function systems and the nervous system function systems in very specific ways. Are you feeling yourself on protein? Are you feeling yourself on carbs? Are you feeling yourself on fats? What are you feeling yourself on? What are you doing emotionally? And where is your mental state? Something that can deplete our energy or our ocean and come in contact with it is negative thoughts. Our own negative thoughts can weigh this internal ocean down incredibly, especially when it comes to energy. Thoughts behind energy. Thoughts like, I don't have enough energy. Thoughts like, I never have enough energy. I never have enough time in the day. Because I didn't do all of the productive things I wanted to do this day is ruined. And now it's a self-fulfilling cycle. Whereas if you stop giving yourself so much shit for the days that you do feel too tired to do those things, and you allowed yourself to get let down, so to speak, instead of putting that energy into feeling depleted and feeling like you'll never change and feeling like it'll never get better, you could put your energy and your mind into, how do I solve the problem? There's obviously an issue here. There's obviously something happening in my energy sources that are creating an issue here. What can I do about it? What within my personal power can I do to change that? How can I examine my life and what I'm doing with my energy to really see where I'm putting my intentions, my thoughts, my emotions throughout the day, and what is depleting my energy and what am I letting into my field that is just shooting me down? It's really important to notice what you do before your energy shoots down, before your momentum shoots down, or what it is that you're doing with your time that is keeping your momentum from rising up in the first place, that is keeping you from making a change in the first place. When we get to move, when we start being in motion, when we start allowing our energy to flow in any given direction, it flows more and more and more, and we gain more energy. Just like somebody who works out regularly has more energy to work out. Just like a yogi who stretches regularly can stretch a lot more than the average person. The more energy we put into a certain area of life, the more give back that we have. And it just keeps on fulfilling itself to more and more extent. If you want to be more productive, and if you want to be more clean and focused and clear in where you're pouring your energy into, we have to first become aware of what it is that is happening in our life that is stealing our energy. When rewards are just not a guarantee in a given situation, we are less likely to perform the given task, we are less likely to try, we are less likely to commit to seeing that thing through. So we're going to talk about both the feminine and the masculine way again to get out of this relationship with dopamine and to fuel your energy and productivity and to just allow yourself to create as many currents of energy as possible. I want to create a little example for you guys. Imagine that if you could put a generator that recounters the momentum within yourself to actually produce more energy. Imagine if you were actually putting things into your life that were giving you a higher level of energy, a higher level of motivation, and a higher level of fuel. One of the most important things that we need to do when it comes to adding these things in our life and working on the addictions that we have to low value dopamine hits is to realize what stressors are happening in our life, what emotional experience is going on in our life that we feel bad and feel the need to escape from something. I feel like it's incredibly important to take a look at your trauma around this, and I love to recommend some alternative services like completion process, parts work, somatic experiencing, hypnotherapy. I work in all of these sectors, so send me a message or check out my website, lushheartsblossom.com, if you want to book a session or find out more about any one of these modalities. Moving on. So the feminine way to create a new relationship with dopamine is to just find joy in your life, to become more present in your life, to do some breath work, to focus on when you're going outside, to let the wind hit your skin, to really find pleasure in the sky, in the trees, to really breathe things in, to really connect with a crystal while meditating with it, to really feel your loved one as they hug you, to come back down to the most simple things in life and to fully find presence and joy in them, to find care, to find compassion, to find gratitude and appreciation, to be in your heart when it comes to these experiences, to feel love when it comes to these experiences. So this is to create a relationship with not needing to create a dopamine high or to do anything that gives you any kind of reward at all, whether instant or long-term, but to just create a relationship with living and breathing in life itself and learning how to create your own emotional experience around simple everyday life tasks. This is something I'm personally amazing at. Going on a walk, petting an animal, talking to someone, interacting with someone, smelling something new, tasting something new. Not for the dopamine high of it, but to really experience that taste, to really experience that smell, to really experience the things, and to especially do that with things that don't normally give you a dopamine rush, like just walking around, like just cleaning your house, like just talking to someone in the grocery store, like just doing your groceries, to try to really come deeper into the everyday automated life and to do things that are simple and basic and wouldn't normally associate it with any kind of rush or feel-good experience, and to just really try to take pleasure and presence out of that and to really come back in to reality with your present experience as it mattering. Every single moment, no matter what you're doing or not doing, is magnanimously magnificent on a macrocosmic level. Your heart is beating. Every cell within your organism is working for your benefit, for your healing. The universe is a part of you and working with your benefit and your healing. You're so much bigger than you even know, and life is so much bigger than you even know. And that doesn't go away no matter what it is that you're doing. Lastly, the masculine way. We are gonna end this on a quick exercise. You can grab a journal after this video or pause this video now and go grab a journal. So this is going to be the exercise. We are going to track and become more conscious and aware of your relationship to dopamine currently. I know that some of you might be saying, but yeah, I already know the things that I'm doing and why, and there's a dopamine. No. Okay, we want to be in reality with it. We want to really track and become aware of these things, and we want to categorize them, and I'm going to give you the categories. Number 1, what you take on that gives an instant high and has a low value result or reward. Write down all of the things that you're doing on a daily basis, no matter how small, that gives you that instant feel good kind of feeling. Now you're going to make a list of both medium and high reward dopamine. That means that whether it's short term, whether it's long term, the things that you're doing that gives you a high reward versus actual just feel good, momentary, instantaneous relief. What are the medium rewards and the high rewards that you're doing in your life? And what is your relationship to the dopamine to get those things? Do you push those things away? Are you frustrated to do them? A lot of these things have to do about guarantee and the awareness that we have to put in the energy in our life that we want to get out of it. And that life is about discomfort and life is about challenges, but it's also about desire and pleasure. And these two things go hand in hand. The more energy that you pour in to the uncomfortable, the challenges, and allow yourself to keep showing up for the intention of being the person who's going to have those things, who's going to claim those things, and deciding that you're going to be that person. So what are your medium and higher rewards that you're actually doing? And are these the things that you push away the very most? And if so, you need to investigate why. And you need to question what you're telling yourself about why you're not doing those things, why you can't do those things. And if you are doing those things, definitely pat yourself on the back, because it is not easy to really invest in our life, in our life-giving energy, to something that is actually going to create quality of life and help the planet and each other thrive. So definitely take a look at where your energy is going and what your relationship is to dopamine is, and track that out.
The sun, a chariot of fire, burning with desire as he runs the race.